Today, Carolina Panthers left tackle Jordan Gross retired after 11 seasons with the team. Many players returned today, including Steve Smith, Ryan Khalil, Mike Rucker, Greg Olson, and many more. It was also a very large media turnout, as many were eager to hear what Jordan had to say, including myself. Jordan's been one of those guys that, win or lose, he'll talk to the media and he'll be candid with his responses, and also funny. And in true Jordan fashion, he was funny and emotional today at his press conference. Here it is in its entirety.
And I knew I was going to get a little emotional, so let's have at it. I know it'd be so quick. Tears of joy. It's been everything I thought it would be and more. I'm so happy, and Dana told me to take a breath when I got worked up. I never really had a goal for what I wanted my career to be. I showed up, and I've only been in Mr. Richardson's office twice, today and the first day I got here. And when I got here, he said, expect you to play hard and be a good person and be a part of the community. So really, I just did what I was paid to do this whole time, and you guys all think that's great, but I was just doing what he told me to do the whole time through. So I wouldn't be here, obviously, without everybody that's helped me. And the room's full of folks that know they did that. God, this is brutal. I said they always feel like a funeral, and I'm not helping things out. It was my choice. I have to say that. It was my choice. The team wanted me back, but they were so great when I said I was done. And that meant a lot. And I've always said that I don't want to leave until I felt like things were in good order, and they are. And this team's going to be good for a long time. And that's going to be regardless if I was on the field or not. And that's a beautiful thing. To try to avoid being like this, I got something special to show you guys, but I do want to do a few thank yous and then start my little project, because I can't be normal. You guys know that. I want to say thanks to a lot of people in this building, and if I forget you, I'm sorry, but Jackie, Miles, Don Toner, the whole staff. I know you don't know how I could have lost that many pairs of socks over the years, and I did. And I probably owe you about 10 grand on autograph balls I stole. And half of them I gave to Kevin Donnelly. So you can split it with me. The strength staff, Joe Kin and his assistants, helping me adjust my workouts as I got a little older and didn't want to do some of the stuff I had to do. Jerry Simmons, the old strength coach, helped me along the way. Our security guys, Gene Brown, J.C. Felder, and John Coleman. I mean, those guys are lifesavers. If I need anything, they'd help me out. The video guys, Hobbs, Mueller, Herbert. Any cut up, or more importantly, prank video I wanted to do. Anything stupid that needed attention in my eyes, they helped me out with that. Marty Herney, he drafted me here, and changed my life. And Dave Gettleman too. Appreciate that. I think you're doing a great job now. I didn't like you very much last off season, but I got over that. So Charlie and Steve and the whole media side, you guys made it easy on me. My teammates, ones that are here, I see Charles and JJ and big Byron Bell in the back. Byron's in the back. Greg Olson, Cap, Mike, former teammates that are here. Everyone's a former teammate now, I guess, but Ruck, Donnelly, you guys have been great. The city of Charlotte, we came in and my wife and I, we'd never even been out past the Mississippi really, and we became part of the community. And from the mayor, I guess at the time, coaching being the celebrity umpire for my kickball games, to the Station 38 Fire Department down the road with Dale Cuff, to the Rayview Elementaries of the world, the Sabrina Watson, the CF Foundation, just all the people that have embraced me and made this job so much fun. Riley Fields in the community relations, helping me with my endeavors when I had crazy ideas on things I wanted to do. My family and friends, man, I think ticket sales might drop about 10% with all the seats of the people that were related to me or friends with me filled in their thing, and it was great. But it's been awesome. It's been awesome. But I want to, I put something together because, that's just me. So let's go through this. So here I am, April 27th, 2003, and I've heard that my face was fat and that my ears were big. I kind of think I look a little bit like a chubby Dracula. Something that was on the inside that they could believe in. It was pretty incredible. This is that same day with John Fox, and John Fox was a great coach, and I had him for 8 years, and he said he wanted smart and tough players, and luckily for me, I could do those two things. His message never changed the whole time he was here, and he believed in me, and we're great friends, and I'm very, very appreciative of that. This is me, my very first start. Oh, it's okay. My very first start against Jacksonville, start number 1. You'll notice that I used to wear double knee braces and molded cleats and no elbow sleeves, and this helmet used to actually hit me in the bridge of the nose and break my nose open about twice every game. And I got a little smarter as we went on, but I'll never forget that game. First play of the game, I missed my block and fell down. I thought I'm a bust for sure. But I came into the league and I was a part of an incredible group. Todd Stussy, Gino James, Jeff Mitchell, who's here, Kevin Conley. These guys were from like a different era, and I feel so lucky because I got to experience what football was like in the 90s from these guys. And it meant the world to me. They took me in like a little brother and showed me what it meant to be tough, be prideful, play with your heart, lay it all out there. None of us missed a game that whole year. And we were dubbed the Fat Cats, and none of them were even fat. I was probably the fattest. So I wouldn't be who I was if it wasn't for these guys, and it was only for a year with 3 of them and 3 years with 1 of them, but they left their mark that can still be felt in the O-line room today. This guy's like my worst nightmare. Julius Peppers. 7 years in a row of being his practice dummy. Will either make you or break you. And I had to look through all the Panthers archives to find one picture where it looked like I was winning. So, that's it. Don't look for another one. He meant the world to me because every day was a battle and he never took it easy on me. And after him, everything was easy. But that team, Ricky Prohl, or should I say Coach Prohl, which I have a hard time dealing with. He taught me the importance of being a great role player, knowing your place on the team, doing your job when your name was called upon, and having lots of fun. He used to say you got to love the pros because we just get paid to play, right? So it was weird having him as a coach now, and I probably was way too disrespectful, as Mr. Richardson said, over the years. My little buddy, Steve Smith, Moose is in the picture as well, but Steve and I have been teammates for 13 years, going back to college, and he's an interesting person, but means a lot to him. And he taught me what it means to fight and play with your heart. Then there's this idiot. And Jake taught me how to have fun, man. It was like all about fun with Jake, believing in yourself, doing what you needed to do to win. Didn't matter who got the credit. You can see by that picture, he didn't even know how to celebrate correctly. And He's been my biggest supporter ever since. But these guys taught me a lot of things, but they couldn't teach me how I should look, right? So I went through 4 years of my career and nobody told me how bad I looked with the short hair and no facial hair, and I even would make these weird faces all the time. So I got over that, and this is what I looked like in my 5th year, and that's kind of when I became kind of the player that I ended up being. You know, I got my look just right. I went a little over the top with the spatted shoes, but I got the C on my chest, and that's, I think, when I really came into my own. The 2008 season was my 6th year, and we kind of started a new era on the O-line. And you know, I got to play with Travell Wharton and Khalil and Piggy, Jeff Hangartner, and you know, that was kind of the beginning of a journey that few people can be a part of. More about them later. There's things I won't miss. You know, this is the first time I ever got carted off the field, and I got knocked out. And the guy said they thought I was dead or paralyzed. And Travell was, and you have to forgive me for saying this story, but Travell Wharton right here was crying, and I came to my senses, and I came up the field. I'm like, no, Travell, it's okay. He said, I don't care, I'm just mad I got to play left tackle. So, I said, I appreciate that. But luckily we got the best training staff in the league, and it's special as a player when you know that those guys have your best intention, or the best of intentions for you personally. And so Sherm and RV, I appreciate you guys. Lots of rehabs and miles of tape on my ankles, and then not miles of tape when my ankles were too sore to get taped, and the low back stretches we had to do. Sherm's probably spent hundreds of hours stretching my tree trunk legs, as we like to say, and I appreciate that. And our doctors, Pat Connor and Bob Anderson and Dr. Heyer. Dr. Heyer's given me 11 physicals now. And the other two have done multiple surgeries, so we're all very close. Those guys are top of the line. And one thing I also won't miss is this walk to practice, which is what this picture is. I estimated that in my career in the regular season I walked 750 miles from my locker to the practice field and back, which would take me just past St. Louis. So I wish I would have bought a Segway at some point. And D linemen just get to hit you in the face whatever they want, and they never flag it. So my neck will probably feel a lot better. But the things I will miss are running out of the tunnel. I was always the first one called, and I took a lot of pride in that, kind of leading my teammates out. And, it was special. This is like something I loved and I hated, being in front of the team and talking. But when it was good, it meant a lot, and when it was bad, it was a day like this, and you could see that no one's even looking at me or paying attention. You know, that kid in the front, I hope I had something to help him progress, and he's the real future. Some linemen that are in there, Byron, Nate Chandler, that I hopefully helped them figure out how to play the game. But that was my proudest moment, because I felt like I got us back where we belong. I'm almost done, you guys. Coach Rivera, I appreciate you and the relationship we had. I feel like we were friends and, you know, almost on a teammate level, and you let me speak my mind, as you said, and that was just awesome. And I think you've improved every year as a coach, and that's only going to get better. So I loved our talks, especially when I could talk to you into giving me the day off. You know, Mr. Richardson, we've become friends, and that's pretty special when a player can say that about an owner. And you've just been so great to me and my family. Both you and Miss Rosalind have just, you know, really changed our lives, and I can't say enough. You know, I'm proud to be here, and proud I didn't have to go to your office ever. So these three. I knew this was going to be the tough one to get through. So it's rare when you can play 11 years in one place, and it's rare when you can have 3 great friends. It's even more rare to do that all together. So, you know, Travell, it's well documented, was my carpool buddy. And we figure out the world's problems. to and from the stadium, and we'd wager bets on who had to drive the next day. And some of the best times of my career were in that car. Hank Gartner flew back from Texas just to be here, and he's flown to Hawaii to watch me in the Pro Bowl, and he held an umbrella over my son's head so he wouldn't get a sunburn. I was a groomsman at his wedding, and one of my best friends in the world, and Ryan. Ryan's like the one guy I claim that I've like really helped. If it wasn't for me, he'd be terrible. No, he's good on his own, but we saw things eye to eye, and he said he needs me to get a job in the building so that he can just pretend like I'm on IR and just hang out with him still. So I'm working on that right now. Visit my family. So my two kids, Teddy and Rainey, were born here, and Dana and I actually been together since high school and known each other since 6th grade. I mean, that picture says it all. That's what everyone would dream their career would end up being, right there. You know, that's why you live, right there. And then lastly to the fans. That's what makes the games go. And to be able to play 11 years in one spot and have them wish you would stay, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, but I know it's time for me to go. I know that I learned in college that you never want to stay at the party too long or bad things will happen, so it's time to get out now while the getting's good. And nothing but fond memories here. It's been great, and thank you to the media as well. You guys have been very easy to meet, easy to work with. I want Joe Person now to stop asking me if I'm going to retire. It's over, Joe. Call me. Everything's been great. I mean, when I got drafted, if you said I'd play 11 years and make some Pro Bowls and go to the Super Bowl and walk away healthy and happy, I'd say I'd take it, and everybody else would too. So that's where I'm at, and it's been an honor. Thank you, and we'll see you around the bend. Thanks.